Now hey guys, welcome back to the channel and another Swiss 001 video. Now today we're back in the Microsoft Flight Simulator, but today we're not gonna try anything stupid, but we're actually gonna talk about some serious things here. Oh, can you hear that in the background? Yes, I'm actually in the multiplayer here right now, and oh, there's some planes departing here and they're standing on the runway, which is what I'm not supposed to do, but whatever, we're here. Yes, I've made 2 videos about the multiplayer now. It's quite a chaotic place, let me just say that. Today, let's actually do like a more of a final review of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. This one came out like 20 days ago on the 26th of August. That was not 20 days, was it? It's been quite a while though, hasn't it? Now in today's video, let's actually talk about the elephant in the room, I guess. And that is if Flight Simulator 2020 is worth its hefty price. And yes, when I say hefty price, I mean quite hefty price. At least that's how it seems. At the moment, this Flight Simulator, at least on Steam here, costs at least 70 euros. But of course, it's going to be 69 because Microsoft wants to be edgy. That is the standard version. It doesn't come with a lot of planes, and there's also the Deluxe bundle that comes with a few more planes, and the Premium Deluxe bundle with some more planes. And that goes all the way up to 120 euros to buy. That is definitely a pretty expensive video game, isn't it? But we're lucky enough that Microsoft Flight Simulator isn't just a video game, it's an actual simulator, isn't it? Meanwhile, let's get some gameplay footage in here as well. Let's just go ahead and take off this Cessna 172. This is my second flight today. Yes, in the morning I was flying to Berlin, all the way from Frankfurt in Germany. Let's go ahead and take off. Now, there we go. We are flying in the Cessna 172. This plane is included in every version that you can buy. Yes, we actually got a pretty nice graph here. And as you can see, you have most planes that you need in the standard version included. If you want planes like, I don't know, the Cessna 152 or the Cessna 172 without the G1000 panel. Oh, I think we just crashed here in the background. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, these planes are included in the Deluxe version, and the Premium version has even more planes, especially like it's the 787 and the Cirrus SR22. I think actually besides planes there are also some more airports that are more detailed, but that is just a guess. It doesn't say it here, so I'm not quite sure. So yeah, these extra planes that you get for paying the extra price should be extra good, shouldn't they? Let's find out, I guess. Alright, I mean, we got some planes like the Shock Ultra. Should we just try this plane? I've never even heard of it. So let's see how that does. Alright, that's actually very much underwhelming, but let's just fly that plane anyway and see how good it actually is. Alright, there we go. We have loaded in. I mean, this plane, it doesn't really look like 60 euros, does it? I'm just joking around, of course. Now, this is an incredibly realistic plane anyway, and it flies like Piper Cub does, I guess. But are we really going to land this plane down here at Frankfurt Airport? Yeah, maybe this is not a very usual place for this plane to fly at, but I guess. Maybe let's make this a little bit more interesting by not landing on the runway, but actually the taxiway. Oh yeah, actually we're in multiplayer right now. There's a player on the taxiway just taxiing around. Let's just come in, I guess. Oh my god, that was a very, very short landing. As I installed the plane out, of course, intentionally, it was not unintended. Just so that way it could stop just like a helicopter would. Yeah, okay, maybe this plane doesn't really justify the price of the upgrade, I guess. But for example, the 787 that we do have is quite amazing. You know, really the quality may not be perfect of the planes that you have here included in the upgrade, but it's more like the quantity that justifies the price, doesn't it? I mean, honestly, this flight simulator, it works perfectly without having to install any add-ons, any new planes. You got pretty much all you want for casual, you know, flying around and all that stuff. And all the airports, of course, are incredibly realistic. We don't even have to complain about any typographic stuff or anything. That is definitely no problem here. Yeah, really, I think these 120 euros that you're gonna spend here at most on this flight simulator are the only euros that you're ever going to spend on this flight simulator, isn't it? 787. I guess as I've already said, the planes here that are included are pretty, you know, acceptably realistic. Does that make sense? It does, I guess. Not all the buttons and all that stuff works. For example, the hydraulic switches, you cannot use them for some reason. But you know, even for like realistic simulation, all these planes, even though they might not be perfect, are totally enough. So really, there's no need to install any add-ons unless there's an aircraft that you want to fly that is not included in this flight simulator. Just like probably the 737 would be the best example. You don't have a Boeing 737 here in the new Microsoft Flight Simulator at all, at least so far. In a few months or perhaps even weeks, there will be a new 737 released, and that will be payware. Yes, you will actually have to pay to, you know, fly the 737. Yes, that does very, very much suck, but, you know, you got an A320 at least, so that's a good replacement, isn't it? I mean, and same goes along for sceneries, probably. You know, if you really want the extra realism, you can spend that money on sceneries and all that stuff. But really, when you think about it, 120 bucks is really nothing for a flight simulator like this. I mean, I, for example, have spent thousands on XPlane add-ons so far. Maybe that's because I make videos with it. And like I use it every single day and check out different airports every single day. That might make sense. Yeah, that is actually a pretty good explanation, but like, you know, still. Actually haven't spent a penny on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Well, when I think about it, I did buy an add-on for Selamze Airport, but you know, I bought it for the extra realism that I wanted for my videos. So that does make sense. Let's just go ahead and land this 787 then, and we have got some planes on the runway. I mean, again, we're multiplayer. Yep, let's just jump over these planes. And now we can go. Oh wow, that was a really bad landing. Now the incredibly quick stopping performance of the 787, at least here in the flight simulator. Again, I'm still kind of criticizing the stopping performance, but that's another story. Now another question would obviously be, should you even upgrade to the Premium Deluxe bundle? And it depends. If you want to fly the aircraft that are included, then definitely that's gonna be for you. But if you're happy with the planes that already come with the default version of this flight simulator, then, you know, who cares, right? You can spend that 60 euros on like a joystick, I guess. That makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah, you do still need a joystick. That's the only add-on you'll spend your money on, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, another plane that we can try out is the Cirrus SR22, I guess. Now that one is also only included in the Premium Deluxe version. Alright, yeah, I've already had some complaints about this aircraft. I do fly a Cirrus in real life. That one is actually a little bit of a newer version than this one. This is like probably a G3. And it is quite, you know, the interior is not that handsome, is it? I mean, you know, the white. I don't like the white. It should be black. But whatever, this plane it does fly, unless it doesn't. You know, when the engine fails, then you pull the parachute in a plane like this. Yes, this red handle triggers a parachute. And guess what? It doesn't work here in the flight simulator. Yeah. Also, the flight management computer doesn't work either. But whatever, this plane is still great, isn't it? We go a little bit more speed. Let me just show you guys one nice landing at least today. Alright, you know what? That was actually pretty nice, wasn't it? I guess a lot of you guys might say, I mean, 60 bucks, that's still quite a hefty price, isn't it? No problem for you, actually. Now yes, as some of you might have already heard, there's this thing called the Xbox Game Pass. And guess what? That Game Pass actually has the flight simulator included. It is only the standard version, but here's a surprise. Guess what the price of the Game Pass is? Yep, it's $1 for the first month, then it's $17 for the second month. Again, you do only get the standard version of Microsoft Flight Simulator, and you don't really own it. You know, it's a subscription service after all. But isn't that amazing to have the Microsoft Flight Simulator for $1 a month? Now, the biggest problem about this flight simulator, though, is that you definitely need a powerful PC to run it. So if you're that extremely broke, then I don't believe that you have a powerful enough PC, to be quite honest. But yeah, this is great. I think, really, Microsoft Flight Simulator is worth the money. I think it's the simulator with the fairest price. So, that is definitely cool. Yeah, guys, thank you for watching today's video. And I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night.